students, today let us learn about the poetry Fire and Ice. The poetry Fire and Ice is written by the famous American poet Robert Frost. Robert Frost wants to give us a message through this beautiful poetry about about the end of the world. Poet tries to draw some lessons from the society. Some people say that the world will come to an end because of excessive heat on the planet Earth. Some people say that this earth will become excessive hot. It will become very hot for the human being and the creatures to survive on this planet Earth. So this way the world will come to an end. On the other hand, some people say that the world will come to an end because the world will become freezed. It will become very cold and people and the creatures on the planet Earth will come to an end. This way the world will come to an end. So the poet tries to use these ideas in his poetry, Fire and Ice. There are different ways of thinking of people about the world end. So the poet here tried to take the example of these two examples and he tried to explain. But he takes this example in his poetry, gives a different meaning for it. Like for instance here, fire. In the poetry, fire stands for desire, passion, greed, avarice. Avarice means love for money, excessive love for money, lust for power, lust for strong desire. So fire stands for this desire, passion, avarice, lust, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, ice stands for insensitivity, indifference, cruelty, hatred. All these things stands for ice. So both, according to the poet, both are strong to make the world come to an end. So this is how the poet tries to explain to us through the poetry. It's a beautiful poetry. The poet has used many literary devices in it. He has used alliteration, personification, anaphora, and he tried to give a different meaning to it. So now let me guide you through the poetry. So I request you to take out your books and be ready so that we can go through the poetry line by line and we'll have a better understanding about the poet and the poem. Okay, students, let us read the poetry. Okay, Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is the name of the poetry. So it is written by Robert Frost. So let me read the lines of the poetry, and I have also mentioned the rhyme scheme of the poetry. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So the poet tries to say that, as I have already told you in the beginning, that some people say that the world will end in fire, that the whole world will get burned because of excessive heat. It will become very hot and this way the world will come to an end. Some say an ice. Some people say that the world will come to an end because the world will become very cold, it will become freezed. So, but what does the poet say? Poet tries to say with his own experience, from what I have tasted of desire, I refer to the poet. So the poet, according to the poet's experience, poet wants to say that tasted means his experience, that desire is very strong. Desire stands for fire. I hold those who favor fire, and those people who say that the world will come to an end with fire, he agrees with them. He agrees with them. But if it had to perish means die. Perish means die, finish. It will get over. it will get over very soon. So it will get over. Perish means it will get over. The world will come to an end. So if the world has to be end, I think I know enough of hate. Hate. Eyes for eyes. Hate stands for eyes. Eyes stands for hate. To say that for destruction, eyes is also great and would suffice. So both seems to be equally strong element to make the world come to an end. So this is a very short, beautiful poetry. Fire and ice. The poet wants to say that fire, he favors first for fire because it is very strong. In our own experience, from our own experience, we can understand that fire is very hot and it can burn very easily. So it is more strong. It appeals more to us. And secondly, ice. Ice is also very dangerous when it becomes extreme cold. If we stay in extreme climate, we can understand in the summer how we experience the heat of the sun and how we try to use AC, air conditioner, and we use cooler to cool ourselves. On the other hand, we also understand ice when during the winter season how we experience the cold. When it becomes too cold, then we have to wear warm clothes. We have to buy heater to make hot water, so on and so forth. See, we can understand the depth or the power of both this element, fire and ice. So, according to the poet, both this fire and ice can bring an end to the world. It can bring an end. It can bring destruction to the world. So, what the poet wants to tell us that through this poetry, that desires, human desires are unlimited. Passion, greed, lust, and all these desires are so strong that is destroying the human being, destroying the society. It is so much like when we are existing in this environment or on this planet Earth, we are experiencing from our experience, we are experiencing how people treat one another, how we interact with people, how people behave with each other. Like so much passion, so much desire to get. They do such a way that they want to get it by hook or by crook. Avarice, lust, they have a strong desire for money. They can do anything for getting money. So much corruption or so many things happening in our society because of greed, because of avarice, love for money. People are murdering because of money, because of lust for power. So many things are happening in the society. So we can understand how powerful that desire, passion, it is like fire which burns. Ice also is telling us, ice stands for indifference and insensitivity. Like when people suffer, when people are in need, when people are suffering from hunger, or they are done injustice, nobody is there to help them out. They turn their face and go away from there. So this is called insensitive and indifference, not showing empathy and sympathy with the people. Like now at this point of time when we are experiencing corona pandemic, all people are staying in their homes, and now there are so many people who are homeless, and there are people who are struggling. The daily wage earner people are struggling in their life because they don't have food, they don't have house. So there are so many difficulties they face because of this coronavirus. So we can understand, suppose if nobody comes and help them out, then that means we are showing indifference towards them. We are showing insensitivity. We are not showing any concern and care. We are not showing any empathy or sympathy. So when we show sympathy and empathy, when our government or when we try to help them out, then we are showing concern and care. If we don't show, then we are showing indifference and insensitivity. This is what it means, indifference and insensitivity. So we need to understand. We need to understand. When people are in problem, we should go out to help them out. We should show our caring, we should show our love and care, we should help people in their need. Then only we can show our sensitivity. So this is the poetry which reminds us of our passion, our desire, our lust, avarice. On the other hand, it also reminds us of how we show indifference, hatred towards one another. And so much hatred is there in the world that we can, to get something, we are going to harm anyone at any cost. So this way we understand the poetry. So it's a very beautiful poetry. So first of all, we need to destroy this fire within us, the desire and passion. Then only we can make our world a better place to live in. We need to burn out this passion and desire so that we can establish peace in the society. At the same time, we should also do away with indifference and insensitivity so that we can establish peace in the society. Now let me tell you about the rhyme scheme of the poetry. You can see the rhyme scheme here. Some say the world will end in fire. Fire is for fire, the first word, the last word of the first line, A. We have given the rhyme scheme A. Then second line, ice, so it will be a B. Third line, A, because fire, desire, same rhyming words. Then third line, fire, again A. Rhyme scheme is A. For third line also A, fourth line also A, and but if it had to perish twice, this is B. Like ice and twice, same rhyming word. So second name we have given to this is B. Then after that, I think I know enough of hate. This word is something different than B, A and B. So the name is given for it C. Then to say that for destruction, ice. Ice matches with the ice. So for ice twice. So this word is given the name of B. Then is also great. This great and hate rhymes same. So we give the name C. And would suffice. Ice, suffice, twice. These words sound similar, so it will come under B. So this is the rhyme scheme of the poetry. A, B, A, A, B, C, B, C, B. Then we go about learning literary devices. Literary device, first one, let us discuss. First one is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds in the same line, such as the long sound of O in I hold with those who favor fire. So you can say O sound in the same line. O vowel sound is heard. O. Hold those. O. So I hold with those who favor fire. So this hold and those, that O sound is coming from here, vowel sound is coming. So this is assonance. In the same line it is coming. So this figure of speech is called assonance. And you can understand second one, alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds in the same line, such as the sound of F in I hold with those who favor fire. F. The repetition of the consonant letters in the same line. The two words F, favor, fire. The first letter of the word is F. Then second word also fire. First letter is F. So this is called alliteration. Repetition of consonant letters in the lines of the poetry. So two words, first letter is FF. So it is called alliteration. Then we come imagery. Imagery is used to make readers perceive things involving their five senses. The imagery is done to create images in the minds of the readers. So that's why it is used. So I hope you will understand in this way, and you will do better in your understanding. So I hope you can see properly. Let me help you out. So imagery, the pictures created by the poet. How the poet is creating images in the minds of the reader? By telling the word, some say the world will end in fire, and some say the world will end in fire, and to say that for destruction ice is also great. That, see, these two lines, these two lines create the image of fire, and second, destruction with the help of ice. So two pictures are created, two images are created by the poet. So that's why the poet is trying to create image. Symbolism is the use of symbols to signify the ideas and qualities. Like here, fire is a symbol of desire. Fire is the symbol of desire, and ice symbolizes hatred. As I told you, fire symbolizes greed, avarice, lust, and ice symbolizes hatred, indifference, insensitivity. Anaphora is a repetition of a word or expression in the first part of some verses. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So it refers to the repetition of word or expression in the first part of the same verses, some verses. Like some say, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So the word some is repeated. Some say. It is repeated. In also is repeated. Ice. So some say, and in is repeated in both the lines. So this is called anaphora. Then comes the personification. Personification is treating the non-living object as a human person. Like here, the poet is telling about person. Here in this poem, fire and ice are capable of destruction. So both fire and ice are equally competent to destroy the planet Earth. Therefore, the poet personifies fire and ice. So the poet has personifies fire and ice as a human being. It has given the quality of human being. Both are equally competent to destroy the world. Then last one we can come across, the figure of speech is called enjambment. Enjambment is like it is defined as a thought or clause that does not come to an end at a line break. Rather, it moves over the next line. So this is like a clause, like without separating with comma. These are two lines, but it is not separated with comma. So that's why it's called enjambment. This is purposely done by the poet to create effect on the poetry. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold those who favor fire. So after desire, the poet has not given comma. So without using the comma, the poet has continuously used these two lines together to create an effect in the minds of the reader. That's why poet has used this way. So this is called enjambment. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So this way it is discussed, and I hope you have understood this, and you will use this in your while you write question answers for this poetry. So this poetry is a beautiful poetry which reminds about our own condition, how we feel about the world, how we are experiencing the world. So this is our own experience. When we say about this, we can understand the condition of the world, the situation of the world. So Robert Frost has brought out this point very beautifully and has forced us to think about this, because it's really practical. It's really essential to think about, because people say in a different way, but the poet has used these two elements to give us a message that if we want to establish a peaceful society, then we have to burn the hatred, the desire that is within us, the two emotions. These are two emotions. So desires, passion, lust, avarice, all these evil vices we have to burn from within. On the other hand, we also have to destroy the thing which is the words which has used, the eyes which has symbolized hatred, indifference, sensitivity. We have to remove all this from our heart and mind so that we can establish a peaceful society in the world. So this is how we should understand. Hope you have understood, and you will write question answers in your notebook. The first set of questions is always the reference to the context. Second is answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. And thirdly, the value based questions you have to answer in 100 to 150 words. So any statement which will be asked here, you need to explain it in a very effective manner. I hope you have understood and you will do well. Thank you.